Hey guys, you're here with me, Carl James, for another episode of Carl's Yu-Gi-Oh! Chat. This week we're here with Connor Phoenix, who won our standard event. Hello. We had a 24-man tournament with 6 rounds because everybody wanted to play 6 rounds. Ended up with a top 8 of Aaron Taylor, who was playing Dark World, Mike Masters, who was playing a Mist Valley Ninja deck, which was pretty cool. Had Connor playing Inzektors, had Luke Webber playing Rabbit, Seb Tim playing Wind Up, our third place nationals. Josh Podesta playing Dark World, Ryan Pang also playing Wind Up, and Henry Stittle playing Hero Stun. So Connor's just going to take us through how his 6 rounds of Swiss went, and then we'll go through who he played in the top 8, and he'll tell us how those games went as well. So
Swiss started really well. I went 3-0.
You played me and my crazy Lancer in one of them.
Yeah, I played you. I ATK'd you on turn 2 twice, which is cool.
that was not good. That was not good.
And then I Monster Reborn during Obelisk.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
That was fun.
Summon an Obelisk on turn 2, he Torrentials, and then Monster Reborns my Obelisk. I was just like, yes!
I played Pang's Wind Up and basically did the same, and Monster Reborn his Blackluster Soldier and killed him with it.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about that.
I had not the easiest first 3, but they all went quite well in my favour.
Yeah.
Now I camp against Mike Masters, who was playing his crazy Mist Valley Ninjas.
That deck is awesome.
He
I love that deck.
He got his combo out, and I just couldn't really do anything against it.
If anybody wants to know, it basically just gets out that Mist Valley bird thing that you bounce a
Apex
Mist
save,
Valley card to negate any. It's basically a Solomon. He just goes summon that, play the field spell, bounce, play, bounce, play, bounce, play, and just negates everything. It's crazy.
Yeah,
it's
and
really
ninjas
hard to
just
stop.
help to go into it.
Yeah, and he also plays the ninjas to use the transformation to go into it as well. It's just sick. It's amazing.
And then I lost to Henry Stittle playing Heroes.
Yeah. Another top 8 man.
I remember he used he fusioned 3 times in one turn, I believe.
Oh, I remember you telling me.
I saw him winning
miracle,
the first.
miracle, didn't he?
Yeah, Trench with the next one, and then he miracled a 3rd time in one turn, which is quite annoying. And he basically just got handed me, and then I came up against Ryan Goodwin, playing straight Mist Valley.
Yeah, he was playing. It was playing kind of like Mike's, but not as good, wasn't it?
And I beat that, and I came like 5th or something in the rounds, I think.
Yeah.
So I had quite a good count back.
So and then obviously he made it through to the top 8, and in the first round he played Luke Webber, who was playing Rabbits. How did that one go?
Really fortunately in my favour, because
I didn't lose.
He went first.
Yeah.
And beat me quite easily. He got the rabbits out and stuff, and got Dolkers. And then second game, it was quite even. I couldn't really tell which way I was going to go, and then he had to leave.
so he got a bit of a lucky break there to get you through.
So I got pretty lucky and got a free win.
And in the in top 4 you played Aaron and his Dark World.
I did, yeah.
I saw a bit of that game. You looked a bit like you were dominating there.
Yeah, I mean,
I saw.
He just kind of got quite bad draws, and then when he did have tour guides and stuff, I had the Veilers to negate it. There wasn't really much he could do. I just had too good a field, really.
And then in the final, you made it against Seb.
Yeah.
And his Wind Up.
Yeah, Seb's Wind Up. It's quite even. I won the first game, then he won the second game.
Didn't you just basically draw everything in the third game? You drew like
Veilers.
The
third game, I opened up with a Veiler and a DD Crow. And
so that kind of.
Yeah, but the thing is, he didn't have the loop, so I just held those 2 cards, and we were just trading back and forth. And then eventually, when he did get the loop, I just had things to negate it.
So Connor's now just going to take us through his Inzektors deck and show us any cool tech and stuff.
So I was playing 3 Dragonfly, of course, as any Inzektors would play. 3 Centipedes. 3 Hornets. Some people like to play 2, but I think it's more consistent with 3. It's like the best card in the game.
Yeah, but it's easily the best Inzektors in the deck.
2 Ladybugs. I was playing 3 before, but
how are you finding 3? Because I play him and I like 2.
I liked it, but I found myself quite often just drawing too many Ladybugs, not enough good cards.
Yeah, and that's what I thought it might get.
It was good, but it was a bit inconsistent.
Yeah.
When I attacked the Gigamantis, obviously it's an awesome beater.
Because he's boss.
Gets the 80k. It's just too good in every way, basically.
Yeah.
You can do it an infinite amount of times against Light and Darkness Dragon if anyone plays that.
Just wear down the lightning.
3 Veiler, obviously good against the mirror match, good against Wind up, good against Rabbit, good
Easily.
against all the top tier
It's
decks.
probably one of the best cards in the game.
It
It probably
is,
is
it
like the
is.
best card in the game at the minute. It's just too good.
One Sangan. Obviously, it touches out most of the Inzektors, such out effect failures.
Yeah.
Really, really good. 2 Card Trooper. I only just put these in this week, but I love them basically. They're just amazing. They're just, so good, so good.
Mills you like Hornets and stuff to the
puts your
graveyard, doesn't it?
Hornets
So it's
in.
like,
Too good.
I'm guessing with that you probably play Call of the Haunted to get back your Dragonflies that you mill and stuff.
I do.
So it's just nice.
1 Dark Dragon. I took this out a while ago when I was playing it without the Card
good.
Troopers.
It's too
But
good.
when you're playing Call of the Hornets and stuff, Dark Dragon is just so good.
too
So
good.
it's really easy to get out.
I have so much graveyard
1
control.
Gauze. Heard a lot of people not liking Gauze as much recently, but when you're playing Inzektors, if you stop them with Gauze, you can probably ATK them next turn. So
Yeah.
and it's just amazing anyway. 1 Dark Hole. Not sure whether I will keep playing this. I put it in, and it did me alright. I took a Phoenix Chain out for it. I kind of debating, I'm going to test whether I will use it enough to keep it in.
Yeah.
1 Pot Duality. I love it in this deck. I was playing 3 before, now I'm only playing 1. I could change the Dark Hole for a
Space
second
issues?
1. Yeah, just space issues basically.
Yeah.
But I love
obviously now
Pot
you're playing
Duality
the
in this,
Troopers
it's
and
so
stuff.
good. Allure of Darkness, also amazing. Remove, like, even if you remove a Dragonfly or something, you can just get it back with Levier, and it's just 2 draws. Monster Reborn. Monster Reborn is probably the best card in the game at the moment.
So it's a power spell. You've got to play it unless you're playing like
It's
macro or
just, it
something.
needs to be banned. It's just the best card in the game. Every deck has to play it, especially Inzektors, because
Monster Reborn, my Dragonfly.
yeah, exactly.
Bang, bang, bang.
I remember one turn against Terran Stilt, I summoned Dragonfly. He solemned it.
Monster
So I got it
Reborn.
back with Call of the Haunted,
Oh, right.
and he got rid of it again with Trenchal. So Monster Reborned it, and then he Hero Blasted it. So,
Oh, God. So that made him waste 3 cards and 2,000
yeah,
life points.
it's just too good. Foolish Burial, obviously you put the Hornets in and stuff.
Yeah.
Pissed off in for Monster Reborn and Call the Haunted.
Yep.
Foolish Burials, I've never really liked that much, but it's too good in this deck. Pot of Avarice, just put this in this week again. Card Trooper and Pot of Avarice, just too good.
Yeah, it makes it a bit easy to play, doesn't it? Because originally you kind of want to just keep all your Inzektors in
Yeah,
there.
I didn't like it before, but now that I've got the Card Troopers in, it's just
And
so
also,
easy
if
to
you
get
like,
5
if you've
in.
gone with the OTK and you just haven't quite been able to OTK and you've just used all your stuff, just like Pot of Avarice,
Yeah,
put them all back.
2 cards, yeah. Playing 2 Inzektor Swords now. Was playing 3 before, but again, I just didn't really have the space. Sometimes with 3 you get like a Giga Manus and a couple of swords and you just get dead hands and stuff, especially
Yeah.
with Dark Armed as well. So I'm playing 2 of them at the moment. Of course, Heavy Storm and 3 MSTs. MST is just so good at the moment.
Because Inzektors hate back row as well.
Yeah,
they don't-
exactly.
Yeah.
If you can get rid of their back row and their OTK, it's just too good.
Yeah.
Onto my traps. Playing 1 Fiendish Chain. Don't know what to think about Fiendish Chain at the moment. It did me pretty good actually,
Yeah.
but I think there might be better stuff. I'm playing.
I'm quite liking Compulsory at the minute.
Yeah, me too, me too. I'm playing 2 Call of the Hornets. Call of the Hornets is too good in this deck, I think. With Card Trooper, you can
Yeah.
get Card Trooper back or Sangan back if they MST it.
Yeah.
You can get Dragonfly back.
Yeah, you can go
OTK
for an
them.
OTK with a
I
Dragonfly.
might even play 3 Call of the Hornets instead of Fiendish Chain next week.
Ooh.
Give that a go. Playing 2 Trench Tribute because why not? It's too good. Stops everything basically.
Yeah.
And then of course 2
Solemn
Solemn Warnings and a Solemn Judgment. That's my main deck done. Onto my extra. 1 wind up Zen mains.
Because he's boss.
Exactly. It's just too good,
Basically.
yeah. Levier, exact same reason.
Yeah.
Too good. Giga Brilliant.
Helps
Again,
OTK.
pretty good. Leviathan Dragon. I almost never bring this out basically.
I like to, because I like... it's either this or this when I go for the OTK.
I like it because it's 2/5. If I'm going for the OTK and I can pop all their monsters, I just go into Metal Melody, the Brass Djinn, because
Or that.
he's 2/8 rather than 2/5 after the 2 attacks.
Yeah.
And obviously with the extra 300 from Giga Brilliant, that's actually 600, which I think is
Get
great.
it. This guy makes it 3,000, doesn't it?
Musrhythm, don't know how to say his name. Musrhythm, the String Djinn. I'm wondering if I've ever played him. I'm not sure. I think he's good, but I never seem to be in a
He
situation.
doubles his attack, doesn't he?
Yeah,
Till
and
the
he's
end of
also
the
a
turn.
fiend, so he can go over like Gruffer and stuff real easy.
Yeah, so he's
He
a bit
gets
of a
extra
dark
300
matchup
against
guy.
Dark World,
Yeah.
and obviously he can go up to 3,000. And with this guy, he can attack twice.
So he's like
Um,
attacking for 6,000, maybe 6,600. If you're against Dark World.
Wow. So he's really good. I play 2 Temptemto of the Percussion Djinn. I don't know if I've ever brought 2 out in a game, but I remember once when I only had 1, I was really annoyed because there's a Zen mains, and I already used my first Temptemto, and I knew that I'd just win really easily if I had a second one, so I put a second one in because it's just awesome. I've got the Mace Stroke in as well, so I've got all the Djinns in. It's not that good now that I've taken Hoppers out, but you can still go into a Ladybug, so sometimes it's an option.
Yeah, a bit like these other guys.
Playing a Utopia as well, same kind of thing. Utopia's better in some situations, Mace Stroke's better in some others. Just depends what the situation is. Playing the Photon Butterfly because it's just so good against like any face downs really. Like you can go against like Tree One Frog and do loads of extra damage.
Spirit Reapers.
Do against Spirit Reapers, kills them. Like it's not that needed in Inzektors, but it's a little bit of extra tech really.
Yeah.
They've got Adrius, who isn't that good, but sometimes you can pop off like a Microcosmos with him and stuff.
Yeah.
Every now and then he kind of
your stuff. You just
exactly.
Pop that off.
Every now and then he has his use.
But then again, this guy's just so much better.
Who's a better version of him basically, and then 2 Crimson Shadow Armor Ninjas, which is just the best card in this deck basically. Other than Monster Reborn, of course. I go into it all the time, especially on if you get on turn 1.
Yeah.
Now on turn 2 you can get into another one.
And you're just like, oh look, they can't die for like 4 times.
You basically just won after that. There's not much that many decks can do. Obviously there's compulsory and stuff, but there's just not much to get around it.
Unless suppose you play a mirror match and they decide to go Extra Stack.
So that's extra deck done. Onto the side deck. I have a Finished Chain in there because I was playing 2 Finished Chains main deck, but I took one out and just put it inside. Never sided it in or anything.
No.
Didn't really find much use for it. Also have a Snowman Eater, which I thought I'd probably play against Rabbit, but didn't really have the space.
No.
So I didn't side either of these in the whole tournament, so I'm probably going to take them out and probably put 2 Forbidden Lance in. So I took that on my main deck, and didn't regret it, but I'd have liked to bring it in sometimes against Dark World, people with Skill Drain, just things like that. 1 DD Crew. I think it's good against Inzektors and Wind Up. It's kind of an alternative to Maxi, because it's a lot cheaper, and I can't really bother to buy a Maxi just to put it in my side deck. But it always does me quite well. 1 Hopper. Same as the Finished Chain really. It was in my main deck. I took it out and put it on my side. I find it really good against just some decks, like a good one was playing me with Final Countdown, and he'd set Wind Kribos and think he's safe, and I'd just hop her and attack him directly for 4k.
Yeah.
So I think it's a really good card.
How is it 4k?
When you get like a Centipede, if you put Gigamance on it, and then do that, and then you can just keep getting swords from his effect and put them on and keep attacking directly. 3-dimensional Fisher. Amazing against Dark World.
Of course.
Also good against some other stuff like Light Sworn, and can be good against dragons at times, stuff like that. Mind Control. Some people main it, but I think it's only really good in the mirror match because there's not really much else you can do with their monsters, and you can probably just pop them off anyway.
Yeah.
But if you Mind Control a Dragonfly and then get your combo for their Dragonfly, it's just awesome. 2 Imperial Iron Walls, just add in against Rabbit, because obviously it stops the Rabbit from going off. And they almost always side in Macrocosmos against Inzektors, and it stops that as well. So it's basically like a permanent MST against that.
I've taken that tech now, I'm siding that now.
I love it. So good. 2 Goes a match. It's just good because everything in there basically is dark, except for the Card Trooper. And you can just put it against Wind-Ups and Rabbit and
if you've
stuff.
got a Card Trooper and a Dragonfly, then you're drawing a card off the Card Trooper anyway.
Exactly,
so,
yeah.
And you put it in against Wind-Ups, Rabbit, Dragons.
It's just amazing against all of those decks. And then last 3 cards, 2 Trap Stun and a Raw Decree. I put the Trap Stuns in because I was deck testing with Mike, so I knew it'd be good against his his Miss Valley Ninjas, because it stops the trap card, and also it's good against like Chain Burn and Final Countdown and stuff like that.
And obviously this is good against things like Bubble Beat, because you don't want it just for 1 turn, you want them to never be able to play their traps. So yeah guys, that's Connor's Inzektor deck. Any changes you thinking of making through the side deck, main deck maybe for this weekend?
Yeah, like I said, I'll probably put 2 Lance in the side deck. Maybe change 1 or 2 cards around, maybe take out Dark Hole, maybe keep it in, play test a little bit. But I think the main build is going to be pretty similar to what it is now.
Yeah.
I'm quite liking this new build at the moment.
Cool. So yeah, guys, that's Connor's Inzektor deck. This weekend we've got the Southwest Championship qualifier, first one for it. There's going to be like 3, and then we go into a final and play for Southwest Champion. So let's see if Connor can retain his crown of this locals, and see if he's here next week. See you later, guys.
See ya.